Greetings lovelies, hi! Welcome back to another episode of Emmy Eats. Today I'll be eating Malaysia. This will be the second time I've eaten Malaysia. If you want to see the first installment of me eating Malaysia, I'll put the link down below and you can go check that out. I've received this package complete with bacon duct tape from a viewer named Anne. Anne, thank you so much for sending me this package of Malaysian treats. Anne grew up in Malaysia when she was really little, and now she actually lives in the United States. But while she was on vacation, she brought me a bunch of treats back. So thank you guys so much for thinking of me and bringing all of these Malaysian treats. I'm so excited to eat them. She said she and her papa tried to guess which ones would be my favorite. So at the end, I'll tell you my top 5. Okay, so let's get started. So Anne tells me that she was actually a bit squeamish to try this one, so I want to try it first. And it's called Jellyfish Crispy. It smells roasted, not necessarily too fishy. There's the treats inside. It looks a bit like a kind of a big piece of cereal or something. Kind of brown molasses color. Wow. And it is very sweet. It's coated with a shiny glaze of sugary stuff. If you've ever had those kind of jellyfish snacks, cuttlefish or dried jellyfish, it has that kind of fishy flavor. Combine that along with Frosted Flakes and you'll get this, Jellyfish Crispy. It does that weird thing where it's straddling a dessert and something savory, and to me this is to the point where it tastes like a dessert. And it's a little bit strange to me because it has that fishy flavor. But it's not unpleasant. It tastes to me more roasted and toasted rather than fishy. Not my favorite, but not bad. Look at these. There's an orange one, a red one, a green, and a yellow. Anne tells me that these are traditional Malay sweets, and they're coconut flavored. So I'm gonna go for the orange one. Oops, a waxed paper. And then inside, there's another layer of kind of plastic. A cylinder of caramel. It smells kind of sweet and caramely, but yeah, let's give it a taste. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Oh, it's quite hard. That is so good. Got kind of this definite crunch to it, and then very soon after, it just melts and becomes a really nice, chewy, sticky caramel. Wonderful combination of buttery caramel with coconut. Deliciously, decadently rich, but lovely. I love it. It is quite sticky. It's sticking to the back of my teeth, which I'll have to pry out and edit so you guys don't see me sticking my finger in my mouth. I just hate it when you can't find it. Cheezles, original cheese. And Anne says about these, she doesn't say anything. She just says Cheezles. So you can make a Cheezles with cheese or Cheezles cupcake. It's like a cheese puff that's in a ring form and coated with a cheesy powder. It reminds me of a cheese puff, but it's a little bit different. Like I said, I think the base is perhaps rice base rather than corn, so it has a little bit different flavor. But the outside is pretty much the same, that kind of macaroni and cheese, processed cheese, American cheese flavor, and quite salty. So this is a little bit different than the first Malaysian one I had. I believe that, I don't remember the name of those cheese rings, but those ones were quite sweet, and I found them kind of odd. These aren't sweet at all, but have a slightly different flavor. Cheezles are fun. It's a bit of a gray day outside today, but it's quite warm. It's kind of nice. Nice change. We had a streak of really cold weather, like really cold. So it's a little disconcerting when the weather is, when there's a 40-degree change in temperature. Bon Heang. It's a pepper biscuit, and it's a product from Penang. And they actually remind me very much of a snack that I had in China. Now, I don't remember the name because it was in Chinese, but it had this similar kind of marbling. It has a spice, kind of cinnamon smell. Good. Very similar to that Chinese snack. Ooh! This is spicy! Oh, that's fun. I love it! It is very similar to the Chinese snack that I had. It's sweet, and it has kind of a cinnamony, spiced flavor, crisp texture. But what's different is this has some heat in it, or maybe even a white pepper kind of heat. It's kind of comes on slowly. Really fun, I love that. Fillet Cracker with seaweed. Very shiny packaging, again made by the company Fillet. And they're like little crisps. It has some nori on it. Oh, and on the back, it looks like that. It's a little bit shiny, so I think it's going to have a glaze on it. Mmm. That's good. Again, quite sweet. Initially when I taste it, I taste a lot of nori, and then smoked toasted fishy combination, along with a very strong, again, sweetness. This I think has a tiny bit of heat in it. It's a little bit too sweet for my taste, but very interesting combination of sweet and savory. And Chupa Chups, twice dipped. And Anne thinks these are the best lollipops ever. I actually saw these in Japan as well, but I've never seen the twice kind. Yukidaruma means snowman, and if you've ever been to Japan in winter, you've noticed that the snowmen are usually comprised of 2 balls. In the US, we always make our snowmen usually with 3. We have the head, the tummy, and the base. But in Japan, they always make them with 2. It's very cute. So that is yummy. It tastes like Jell-O pudding cups. Have you ever had those? The chocolate vanilla swirl Jell-O pudding cups? That's what this tastes like. Sweet, milky, and I don't really taste the chocolate necessarily. I taste a lot of vanilla, but it's quite good. I like it. This is called Mamee Monster. What a great name. The monster says you have to toss in some seasoning and crunch it. Get your groove on and shake it. Then the real fun part, munch it. We're going to add that to there. I'm sure it's loaded with awesome MSG. MSG is an abbreviation for monosodium glutamate. It's a seasoning additive. It makes snacks taste good. All right, so let's give it a crush. Ooh, it crushes really easily. And this is what it looks like, all crumbled up inside. Mmm. That's great. So it just tastes like ramen. It's actually quite salty. Doesn't taste so chickeny flavor. I think this is a chicken flavor. But perhaps it's just not tasting like the chicken flavor that I'm accustomed to. But it's salty and savory, umami, crunchy and fun. But I really love the fact that you get to crush it and you get to add stuff to it. Isn't this amazing? It's a little pyramid snack. This is called Dodol. And they're small coconut cakes without flour. Here it is. Let's give it a taste. I like that. Very fun texture. Very gelatinous, chewy texture here. Not at all sticky. It doesn't stick to your teeth like a caramel or anything. And not very sweet. And really lovely kind of coconut flavor that comes at the end. As you're chewing it, it tastes sweet and more like a brown sugar. And then at the very end, you taste more of a coconut flavor. Really fun. This is called Twisties. In one of my Canadian videos, I ate some cheese doodles. I believe they're called Cheezies. They're really cheesy, crunchy cheese doodles. And someone said, they're just like Twisties. And I've never had a Twistie or seen a Twistie. I believe they're from the UK. But I don't think this is a Twistie. I think this Twistie is a little bit different. Something about the Yo chicken says that this is not a cheese doodle. Oh, maybe they are! Maybe they are the Twisties that everyone was talking about. So they look like a crunchy cheese doodle. Mmm! Those are good. The base is the same as a cheese doodle or a Cheeto. It's a corn base, but the flavoring is completely different. It's chicken bouillon flavor. Has a bit of a celery seed flavor in there. It's really good, actually. Okay, and my final snack is this little tiny guy. And it's called a Macadamia Nut Bar. Look at that. That's beautiful. It looks like a solid bar of macadamia nut, which I love. The sun's coming back. Curses! That's really, really good. I love the simplicity of it. All it is, it's like a brittle. Sugar that has been cooked into a caramel, into a hard crack stage, so it's nice and brittly, but there's not that much to it, just enough to make the macadamia nuts stick together. So all it is that caramel, that hard, brittle caramel, and macadamia nuts. Delicious. Thanks, Anne, so much for sending me this package of Malay treats. It was an absolute delight. I had a really great time tasting such a wide-ranging combination of treats. Sweet, salty, traditional and modern. So it was really great and so thoughtful of you guys to think of me on your holiday and to fill your pack with treats to bring home for me. It was really sweet and thoughtful of you. Thank you guys so much. And thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy that. Hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you in my next video. Toodaloo! Cheers! Bye! And it's a series called Hora Dekita. Hora means kind of like portmanteau. Briefcase? Huh.